Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going to learn how to insert and delete rows from UITableView with animation. So our output will look like this. Here we have a cell where we have a label new row and a button delete. On the top of the table, we have a button at the add. When we click on add, we will add a new row. And earlier what we can do, we will either reload whole table or we can insert a particular row. So when we click add, we will insert a particular row, new row, and it will come from the right hand side like we are seeing right now. And if we delete, then it will delete that particular row without reloading the UI table view. So here it is. So we are going to create this and we will build the same UI. So let's start. Open up your Xcode and create a single view application project. I already created one for myself, so you can create one for yourself. And now let's create the UI part, and here we will create open main.storyboard, and let me make it a little bigger, and here I will open this up and drag a UI table view first. Here it is, table view, and we will change the background color of our view to the yellow one, and here it is, and we will give the constraints to our UI table view, and we will give it a constant top with 100, leading will be 0, trailing 0, and bottom will be 0. So here it is, and now it's time to drag a UI table view cell because we are going to use a prototype cell. So if you are not aware of our UI table view how to create it, then you can also watch my other videos where we've shown that how we can create UI table view in Swift in iOS application development. And here I will drag and drop a table view cell, prototype cell, and here it is. And now for this, first drag a UI label. Label goes here, and we will give it a constant of 15 the leading, and from top it will be 0 and bottom will be 0 and trailing will be 100. And here it is. Also we will change its font size to medium and increase it to 22. Okay, here it is. And also we will give it a tag 101 so that we can get it programmatically while writing our data source for the UI table view. And here it is, the label is there. Now we need a button. One button is for delete and one for add. So here we go the delete button, as we want to create the UI same as this. So here we will make it 15 the trailing, and width will be now at present 46, and we will make it vertical in the container, and here it is so that it can stay in the center of the cell. And now we will change the text to delete, and we'll change the text color to the red color, and also we will change the font to heavy, and here it is. Also we will make it a little bigger, 17, and now since it's showing the dotted, so we'll increase the width constraint. So for this you can tap on UI button, and here you can see the width constraint. Either you can click here also and it will show the screen here. Here we will increase the size, and here you can see now it's showing properly. So here it is, and delete button, and here for this delete button we will give the tag 102 because 101 is given to the label, so 102 the tag here. Now drag one more button and place it here so that we can add button. We can give this add button, and here it is. So we will give it a constant of 15 pixels, and top will be 18, and the width, and here it is. We will change this to add, and we will change the text color. Oops. The text color to the white color, and also we'll change the font to bold, and also we will increase the size. So and we need to increase the width constraint for these two, and here make it 58. Okay, so here it is. So we are done with our UI part. It's 62, so let's make it 58, and here we go. So we are done with the UI part. Now it's time to do it programmatically, all the things like data source and delegates. So here we go, and in view controller.swift, first we will create an IB outlet. So @IB outlet week where TBL list of type UITableView, and here it is. We are done. Now we need to connect main.storyboard, and here we open main.storyboard, double click on our view controller, and here we will see our outlet. We will drag it to our table, and here it is, TBL list is there. So now we are almost done with the designing part and connecting our outlets. So open view controller.swift. Here we will write the delegate and data source. So up in view did load, first we will give TBL list dot table footer view is equals to UI view dot init with frame dot 0. This will what this will do, this will not show anything. Suppose this is blank, because if we don't write this line, then the separator is shown. So to remove the separators and to remove the thing, suppose if we have 3 lines here, 3 rows here, then all the separators are shown below. So to remove the bottom separator where no records is showing, we will create a table footer view and give it a frame 0, so it will show up empty. If I comment this line and run this code, then you can see. So let me change it to iPhone 10, and here we go. We are building the app. Now you can see the clear difference why I gave the table footer view. So the build is succeeded. So here you can see the rows are seen here, empty rows. So to remove this, we will give a table footer view, and now I uncomment it and again run it. Now you will see complete white table with no lines on it. So here you can see there is no line, only white table. So that's why we give a table footer view. So now one more thing, we need an array. So here we have names array, or we can say names, and is equals to, it will be of type string, and we initialize it here, and here we will give tbl list dot data source is equals to self, and here we will say that our class is going to implement UITableView data source, and here it is. Now we will implement table view number of rows in section. So here this is required, and return names, that is our array dot count, and here we need to configure a cell too. So table view cell for row at index path. So here it is. This is the ask the data source for cell to insert in a particular location of the table view, and here it's required a UITableView cell. So if we say let cell is equals to table view dot dequeue reusable cell with identifier. One more thing we forget to do, that we didn't give an identifier to our cell. So open main.storyboard and select here the cell, and I click here, and here you can see identifier. So we give it identifier cell, otherwise our app will crash if we didn't specify identifier here. Open view controller.swift, and now we are ready to go, and here it is. So we say cell and return the cell, and we will force unwrap it because it can't be nil, because this UITableView cell should be returned in this function. So now to access our label and button, what we do, we will say if let lbl is equals to cell dot content view dot view with tag 101. As you remember that we gave the tag 101 to our label and it's kind of UI label. Then we goes inside this block label dot text is equals to names, that is our array, and the value inside our array at this particular index path dot show. And for button we will do the same thing. If let's button delete is equals to cell dot content view dot view with tag 102 as type UI button, and here we will go, we will say bt and delete add target self and selector will be that delete row, and here it is dot touch up inside. Now we need to implement this, so here we will copy this delete row, and here at that opgc this is required with swift for function and delete row. Here we say sender of type UI button, and here it is. Now one more thing, we need to create an IB action for add to. So if we say add that IB action, function add row, and here we go, and here we say same sender of type UI button. So now we need to connect the add, because we take the add button in main.storyboard and we didn't create any outlet, sorry, oops. And here it is, we select view controller, double click on it, and here you can see the received action add row, and here we go, and we will link it with touch up inside event of the button. So now we are almost done, but it will do nothing because we haven't specified any code, and it will show the empty table if we run it right now. And we also forgot to create a delegate because we need to specify the row. So here it is. So row height, we need to specify the row height, and here we goes, and here we say cell, and what we give height here, and the row height here we 129, so we will give it the 129 row height. So we'll say tbl list dot delegate is equals to self, and here we will say UITableView delegate, and here we will say table view height for table view, and it's not coming because we didn't specify here self, and now we need to implement here table view. Why it's not coming table view? GI. So let's go here. Mm, and here it is, the method is here, so let's copy it. It's not coming there, so that's, I don't know why it's not coming. And here we goes, and paste it here, and here we table view height for row. So here we return 196, and now while adding a row, what we'll do first, we will add names dot append, or not append because it's insert, so we will insert new element at top position, and here we say new name at position 0, and here we'll say tbl list dot insert rows. Here index path, it will take array, so here we will add index paths. You can add multiple rows, or we can go one row, so index path dot row 0 in section 0, and dot animation, so here a lot of animation. I will choose stop, and now if I run the code, no, so that's the issue. I append s, and here we go. When I click on add, now you can see a new row is added with the height of 196. I can make it 96 only, otherwise look little bigger. And here you can see new rows are added, but if I tap on delete, nothing will happen. So for this, what we know, first we will names, first we need to detect which button is pressed. So for this, first what will we do, we will get, either we have two options that we can get it by tag, but since we already gave a tag of 102 to our button so that we can get in cell, so we can't give it run time tag. Now for this, first we will detect the point, and this is a good approach. So say let point is equals to sender, that is our button, dot convert point. So here we say dot 0, and to view our table, so table list, and now we have point. Now we need to get index path, so we will get index path is equals to tbl list dot index path for row at point at a cg point, so we will pass point here. Now we need to pass a cg point, I think cg point dot 0. Okay, now we have index path also. Now we need to get the cell, so no cell because we need index path, so we will take it here. So what we do, this is optional, so we need got let index path else return, and here we say names dot remove at index, and we will say not card, and index path dot row, and also we will reload the we will delete the rows using tbr list dot delete rows at index path. So here we have index path. Here instead of this we will pass our index path, we get it in our blinds. So here index path, and we will say dot left, and here from top we say from right. So now let's run the app and see if we have accomplished today's videos title. So here upload, and when I tap here the add new name is coming, and suppose I delete this second row, and here you can see. So this is a small video that shows how you can add and delete row dynamically, or how you can add and delete or insert or delete cells to UITableView programmatically without reloading reloading whole UITableView. This is very needy if your table view is showing thousands of records or hundred of records. So instead of reloading whole UITableView, you can either update or change the particular cell. So for reloading particular cell, you can also use these methods. There are a ton of methods like insert rows, there is reload rows. So for that I will create a new tutorial. So if you like this video tutorial, then please give it a thumbs up and do share this video. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, then please subscribe, as we are going to bring more video tutorial on Swift language for iOS apps in coming weeks of time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.